So we about to play our featured artist, TroubleDaChief. It's one of his newest singles, Robin Hood.
Mm-hmm.
And
He has a music video out for it too.
I was just about to say that, I just watched that shit too.
Mm-hmm.
All you have to actually do is go to his um page on Instagram, TroubleDaChief. I have that, in the video and the links and everything. Go there, he has his link tree and you can get to it right there.
Mm-hmm.
And so we about to play this right now, Robin Hood.
Thinking of a plan while I'm smoking and riding. 12 on a G dead, but a nigga ain't hiding. Gotta change how we think, too many is dying. Ashes on my lap flying, a nigga be sliding. Thinking of a plan, nigga, while I'm smoking and riding. 12 on a G dead, but a nigga ain't hiding. Gotta change how we think, too many is dying. Ashes on my lap flying, a nigga be sliding, yeah. Cold nights, heat ain't working, you by the stove, right? Hold tight, on your sanity, that's a whole fight. Demons on the left and the right of me, but my soul's right. I know that the great chief in me, but I'll be friendly, scared to talk to him. I done plenty and seen more. I pray for my lost soldiers, but think that we need more. Hunger pains got me planning to kick in your front door. They got so much, over here niggas is dirt poor. And we supposed to sit back, fuck that, even the score. This is war, what you chatting about? A bunch of bullshit, our kids need houses and land. And the plan, cause they been plotting on us since they pulled up, fam. Now we born in ghettos, confused about who the fuck we am. Originals, nigga, rolling up purple Mac, smoking Siddles, my nigga. Yeah, thinking of a plan while I'm smoking and riding. 12 on a G dead, but a nigga ain't hiding. Gotta change how we think, too many is dying. Ashes on my lap flying, a nigga be sliding. Thinking of a plan, nigga, while I'm smoking and riding. 12 on a G dead, but a nigga ain't hiding. Gotta change how we think, too many is dying. Ashes on my lap flying, a nigga be sliding, yeah.
Trub, what up, man? Yo, white boy down the paper, man, it's ours. Everything will go. You ain't gonna believe this shit. Come to find out, the crib used to be owned by Sojourner Truth.
That was TroubleDaChief and Crash David, Robin Hood. And like I said, I'm gonna have all the links and everything in the description and the video. Ayo, and look who just joined, right on time and everything too. What's
The
up?
universe
What's
don't
up?
play. The universe don't play.
Nah, at all.
Yo, what's going on,
Yo,
man?
What's
yo,
up?
what's
What's up?
poppin'?
We had just finished Robin Hood, like just
Literally,
finished.
literally, brother.
Word,
Yeah,
fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's
Fire
up. How
track.
y'all doing, man?
Yo, everything's good. Everything's good. Shoot,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure Costa's doing pretty well as well. How
hell
about
yeah.
yourself?
Word, I'm doing good, man. I can't complain, man. Healthy, you know,
Fact.
making this
Facts.
music.
All right. So we gonna get right into it. Shoot, Costa, take it away.
Hey yo, first and foremost, welcome everybody to the JustBeBlunt podcast. We on Blunt 13 right now.
No,
Hell yeah.
lucky number 13. Clean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
This could be our Friday the 13th. Like,
I just dropped that shit in there.
Yeah.
nah. But we got a special guest. Our featured guest today is TroubleDaChief.
Yo, yo.
Hey yo,
What's going on?
y'all just heard his track. Dope music. Like I done told you on Instagram, like I was all what was a brand new day. I heard that. I was like, damn. I listened to it like 3 or 4 times because I was like, yo, I had to really
Word.
listen. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I appreciate
Mm-hmm.
that, man.
Back. To I'm not more. I'm less familiar with your music, than Costa is, but just judging by some of the stuff that I heard today and Robin Hood, I know that you're speaking from a conscious enlightened perspective and shit, which is dope. Uh,
Definitely.
you know, for sure. I wanted to ask you, um, so what? So how did you come up with the name TroubleDaChief? Because I was curious to know if it has Native American ties to it, if at all. So would you if you mind breaking that down?
Yeah, no, definitely. It actually does, but I take it to the beginning first. I actually been doing music for a long time, probably about 20 years now. And the original name was Trouble. That's what I used to go as. I used to just go as Trouble. That's what I was as a younger man. That's what I started off. It was just Trouble. And you know, then I started having kids and all that stuff and looking into stuff and figuring out some things. And I added the Chief like a couple years ago. And I even named my son. My son he'll be 4 in September. His name is Chief.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So and the reason why I did that is because I recently found out that my roots are you know, go back to the Native Americans here in the country. You know what I mean? The Aboriginals, the American Aboriginals. So yeah, a lot of research, and I just wanted to, you know, pay some homage to them and start bringing some light to this situation. You know what I mean?
Nah, facts. Because the originals from of the Americas are, you know, their identities have been wiped, you know, and their children have no idea who they are. You know what I'm saying? But
Paper genocide.
Yeah, facts. They literally erase us out of their history book. Like I've been doing research, personal research on my own as well too, and you know, finding out that my family has some Native American descent as well too. And you know, one of the originals of this country as well. And it's like I always thought it was weird how in the history books they say that, you know, they moved all the Africans from Africa to here, but it's just like when you do your own research you realize that we was everywhere. So it's just like
exactly. And don't forget the fact that it was literally impossible for them to do that. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have the manpower. You got to remember that the white man was just coming out of slavery and still a slave himself when he came over here. You know what I mean? So how's a damn slave gonna go and enslave another whole group of people and we supposedly been kings and queens and all of this? You telling me these slaves came and took over royalty and then brought them to a whole nother place, made them work and cultivate on the land they had no idea about? It just don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? On sailboats at that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We talking about wind sailboats, like they did all this. Like, come on! Sounds like a bunch of magic tricks to me.
Right. There's not even records or findings of slave ships anywhere. Like there's none in a warehouse somewhere. There's none sunken in the bottom of the ocean. So it's just like
I just came across something the other day where they said they just started putting the word slave and ship together in about like, you know, the late 1800s, early 1900s when they started coming up with the educational system and stuff. You know what I mean? The word slave and ship never even paired together in history ever before that, because there was no such thing as a slave ship. There weren't literal ships made to be bringing slaves anywhere. Like that's not how it was going down. You know what I'm saying? Of any race, let alone all the damn Africans from the East Coast over there, the West Coast over there to bring them over here. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like it just didn't happen. Like you said, there's no records. Because if it did happen, don't you think they would, you know, keep record of it? You know, I would think so. I look in these national archives and stuff, and I don't see it. So,
and you know they definitely will keep records because they love to show what they did, what they changed. But if they didn't change it, you know, what they're gonna do instead is just, you know, that's what history is. His story. They're gonna tell their story.
Like we'll do a lot of research on our own families that they may have got a hold of and tainted, like the census records and stuff like that. But there's original copies of this shit. Like they'll show you some shit. Like I got a hold of one of my great grandfather's will. He ended up buying. He had some property that's now is New Rochelle and Westchester back in 1828. And I found a copy of the will, but it wasn't the original will. It was like a typed up version of what he wrote.
Mm.
You feel me? So then they had
Yeah.
all the fuckery in there. You know, they threw all the
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, the bullshit that, you know what I'm saying? And like,
Mhm.
this is what they do. That's the paper jet. That's, you know what I mean? So it's like, you got to learn how to dodge that hijack and see it. When you see it, know what it is, recognize it, and play it for what it is, you know?
Right. Learn to read between the lines. Fact.
Word, exactly.
Fact. No, yeah,
So,
that shit is mad important. Cause see, I've known I was like, I think two types of Native America, you know, of the originals. But actually, my grandmother, they actually did that whole ancestry.com trying to figure out, go inside their genes, you know, figure out. I think there was like another, you know, group that we were also a part of. And I actually, you know, I've had family that my mom told me, I think it's my second cousin or something like that, who she like they just became like chief of their tribe, you know.
Mm.
And I've like growing up, I really wasn't taught about none of my uh not any of my ethnicities, you know, because I'm Greek as well. You know, I didn't really, you know, my grandfather used to always talk Greek to me when I was a child, but you know, once I got older, I'm out doing whatever. He ain't really talking to me. My dad's not, you know, talking to me in Greek, so I ain't
mhm.
pick it up at all, you know. So, but I've started wanting to focus down, especially on, you know, my native roots. You know, I don't know why I've just been starting to get drawn to that side, because like I've always known that they were there, but you know, it's not until you know, I start doing research that I see how much it wasn't really there for me, you know,
Mhm.
because it's just not shown, you know, around me. So I was just like, you know what, you know, I just had my daughter almost, you know, she's about to be what, end of this month, she'll be 6 months, you know,
Mhm.
and I
Word,
was just,
congrats, man.
thank you. And I
Fact.
was just like, man, I want her to learn, because she's, you know, her mother's Haitian, so she's already teaching her Creole, and you know, she teaching me too, so then I can learn, and you know, so they can't talk behind my back.
Word, word.
Right. That's
But I was
fact.
just like, yo, I want to learn, and as I learn, teach her, you know, all her roots, you know, even though I don't know it at all right now, you know, but
But you want to take the necessary steps to learn that.
right.
Fact.
Yeah.
And
That's very important, man.
we've already talked about having her, you know, we'll have her in school, but we also going to kind of homeschool her, because we both know there's a lot of shit that is so much more important that they're not going to tell you. You know,
Exactly.
you got to do that research on your own, but not everybody thinks, oh, okay, what they told me, there's more to it. Or
Mhm.
that's not even what actually happened. You know
What
what
it,
I
yeah,
mean?
exactly. Yep. Yeah, and I know with my kids personally, I do the same thing. I like they go to school, but they get homeschooled. You know what I mean? On the weekend, I take time to, you know, show them my studies. You know what I'm saying? I show them family history. You know what I
Mm.
mean? And try to, you know, make them aware of the real world. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because you know, school only gonna make you a perfect worker bee is what I tell them. You know what I'm saying? You're just gonna end up, you know, a worker for the corporation of America,
Mhm.
and that's it. You know what I mean? That's all that education is good for. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you got to go out and get your own education. You know, when you say Native Americans to people, they think of the Chinese straight hair people. You know what I'm saying? That's not
Mhm.
what a Native American is. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
actually like that's actually the wrong term. The right term is American Indian. That's that.
Mhm.
If you're gonna say, you know, that you know you're an original, you're an American Indian because everybody's a Native American. You know what I'm saying? We all are natives of the Americas. You know what I mean?
Americans.
Even
Right.
even the invaders. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I mean. It's important. You know what I mean. We gotta start changing that narrative and teaching our kids what it really is. You know what I
I,
mean? Because the
hell yeah.
original people of America look like me. They look like you. They look like Costa. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't
Mhm.
look like, you know, these people that they depict in the books. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And on TV.
At the
You know,
same time, some of them are what they are trying to depict because what was it? I can't remember the date, but I remember uh looking into it. The fucking like the dollar Indians or whatnot they were calling them. It was basically just anybody who was not a native Indian was
the
just
$5
Indian?
Indians.
yeah, there we
Yeah,
go,
$5
$5
Indian.
Indians. Yeah, you know what I mean? Trying to take what isn't theirs, just okay, this is our title now.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Like,
same
That
thing.
was.
and that's how they trying to switch and get that into the books to be like, okay, yeah, like
Yep.
these people was like this, but when you
And to
really
this
look
day,
at it,
those people are still the same Native Americans that live on the reservations and all that to this day, reaping the benefits of the original people.
right?
Mhm.
Taxless, you know what I'm saying? Sovereign citizens.
Same
And
thing.
what
My,
was that,
my
brother?
fault. My fault. I was gonna say same thing with the Jewish people, and
Yes.
like to because they're doing the same thing. They're not the
They're
Jewish.
not the original Israelites. No, they're
Nah,
not.
not at all.
Not at all. Those are us, people that look
Yeah.
like me and you and Kas. You know what I mean? The original peoples of the land. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And there were original peoples of every land. It wasn't just Africa. You know what I mean? They teach you everybody came out of Africa. And that ain't the, well, listen, this is what I tell you. If everybody came out of Africa, why ain't everybody an African something? Why ain't you an African Asian? Why ain't
Right.
you an
Mhm.
African Indian? Why ain't you an African Canadian? You know what I'm saying? Why is it
Mhm.
only us that gotta have, you know what I mean, African in front of our name? And you know what I'm saying? And it's like, come on, man. Like people gotta, read between the lines, like we were saying, right?
Mhm.
You know what I
Fact.
mean? Like that's the shit that I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
we gotta reteach ourselves because what
Yeah.
we think we know is all fucked up. It's all upside down.
Facts.
The rabbit hole is so deep because it's just like it's like you get to one layer and then there's a whole another layer. They, everything that has been put in front of us has been orchestrated and planned out way before we fucking got here. Like, and you know, I've that's why it's very important that we educate ourselves and figure this shit out because the crazy part about it is that the people who blindfolded us are so arrogant that they put the answers in plain sight. They think that we're so stupid
Yes.
enough. They think that we're stupid enough that we won't notice it. But it's just like
That,
That's
people
because at
people
one
are
point
getting
we
hip to
couldn't.
that shit. Right, right. At one point we was ignorant. In facts, I'm not gonna say that we was all woke and all enlightened beforehand. Like they hoodwinked all of us. But
yes.
like that's also their downfall because their arrogance is what's going to lead to their destruction. It's,
Got too
Exactly.
cocky.
it's only a matter of time. Only a matter of
Only
time,
only
honestly.
a matter of time. Exactly, man. This isn't forever. They just got in power. You know what I mean? The white man just got some power in the beginning of the century, the beginning of the 20th century. You know what I mean? Early 1900s. Before that, it was us the whole time, everywhere in the world. You know what I mean? And like,
Mhm.
got to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just got their power, and if we just understood that, hey, this is what's supposed to be ours, we can get it back with no problem. You know what I mean? But it takes everybody getting on the same page,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's the hard part.
facts.
Yeah,
That
most
definitely
definitely.
is.
Because the layer to the trap is the focus on the divide of our people,
Yep.
keeping us divided on so many different levels.
So
And
Hmm.
many
it's like
levels.
and now that they're introducing more plays into it, they got us even more divided on now. They got us
Yep.
not only divided on skin color, light skin versus dark skin, they got us divided on sex. You know what I'm saying? On family dynamics. Like it's crazy. It's fucking insane. It's
It
like
is, man. Politics, everything.
Yeah.
shoot. So was yeah. All right.
Nah, that's true.
All right.
Because like there's like mass shit that just that they just you know people just go throughout their day not realizing like, oh, what I'm seeing right now like it might be happening, but it's not real. It's placed there for a reason,
Exactly.
and it's not by like a higher power God. Somebody in higher power controlling America
Yeah.
is sitting there going, I need to put this to get a certain reaction.
Exactly.
Like, and they do that. They've been doing that all the time. They make all these movies, and where you think they get the ideas from. Like this
From
shit
their own heads.
happens.
Like
Exactly.
everything in the movies is predictive programming.
Yeah.
Training us to be
Mhm.
training us to the idea of stuff that they've already been planning on.
Yeah. It's conditioning you.
Right.
Conditioning you, making it normal, getting you used to it. So when it happens, it's like, oh yeah.
Right.
Like, yeah, that's what's supposed to happen.
But see, what the hard part is too is you can have all of us putting in that work, raising our kids to see, the truth. But at the same time, you have people, those people in power are raising their kids to see the truth and to teach them to use that truth in their benefit.
Exactly.
So it's a hard game, but at the same time, humans themselves, even if you come up in a certain situation, you can be shown something your whole life, but you have if somebody can get to that person and just talk to them, there's always a chance you can turn that person around, or not even that, you can realize that they've been just playing the game because they knew if they didn't, they'd get in trouble. So they were like, all right, I don't agree with this. And then once you start, we all start coming together and talking and trying to unite under one, just one type of peace, love, something,
Yeah, exactly.
like then
some type of unity.
Right. Then we can overthrow the old power. You know what I mean? But the thing is, I don't think we should really think of it as trying to get power, because once you do that, it just ends up being a cycle. You just
It
somebody
gotta be
coming for
more
you.
about freedom.
Exactly. True
Because
freedom.
that's what we don't have right now that we think we have in this democracy. It's freedom. They give you choices to make. But what's the fuck is a choice when both of them is shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not free. You know what I mean? Like, I want somebody else. I want another option. You know what I mean?
And I want an option that I can pick from. We're selecting, like how we order shit off a menu. Everything is already set in front of us.
It's already set, like you were saying, yeah.
It's like with politics, you're not. It's like you're selected from a group of niggas who are all on the same team. It's
exactly. Exactly.
You know?
They just call each other. This team got one name. This team got another name. This team got another name. But they all sitting down eating dinner at the end of the day.
Right. Facts. They all doing X, Y, Z out here, destroying everything. But yeah, nah. It's like, okay, so I'll open this question to both of you, and like, because I want to say, like, what would be your first step into like, if you had all 7 Dragon Balls and it was like you have the wish you can make to freaking to start the revolution, like how would you go about it? Like, what would be the very first thing you could do?
I would say like if we talking like realistically, like really trying to make something happen, I think the first step we got to do is everybody has to on their own individually do their research on themselves, find out who you are. You know what I'm saying? I think it starts there, man. You know what I mean? I think it starts with people really just like getting to that mindset or mind state where like you looking for answers. You know what I'm saying? And maybe getting some of these answers and finding out some of this stuff maybe, you know, starts clicking and getting some other things going. But I think it like starts with most people. Maybe they won't believe until they look into their own background and find out, hey, they ain't a goddamn slave in sight. They ain't an African on my goddamn, you know, tree going back 200 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are these people talking about? You know, maybe people start seeing that, because I know me personally, I've done my, you know, my tree back to the early 1700s, some to the late 16, and there's not one slave in my family.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Not one. You know, even my family in the South, in South Carolina, they owned the farm. They owned the fucking plantation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like maybe if you know, go and do that research on you, because everybody should be at least interested in themselves. Maybe you may not give a fuck about my story or your story or, you know, whatever the case may be, but you should care at least enough about yourself to go check yourself out. And then maybe from there, we start, you know, building and people start, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you know, getting on the right path and on the same path, and we start making some movement.
Facts.
That's solid. Facts.
Nah, I feel you. See, and to build on that though, I feel like y'all shit. Yeah. First off, I agree. You should learn more about yourself first. So then, after that, you can start teaching others. You know what I mean? Cause see, all right, there's a group that I'm a part of, right? And sometimes they'll have discussions. These discussions sometimes will get so heated to where it's just petty things saying, "Oh, I'm not going to answer you. It's in plain sight," right? And that's all they're saying, right? And I've always just believed, you know, you can't say that, you know, and just that be your answer. That can't ever be your answer, because it might be in plain sight to you.
Yeah.
But what about the person with their back turned? They not seeing what you're seeing. They just hearing something. So, you know, there are many times if you close your eyes and you hear somebody, you know, screaming, you might think one thing. But if you open your eyes and they just legit just in your face screaming for no reason, you have a whole different thought. Oh, this person's just being annoying. You know what I mean? They're not dying.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I know exactly what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. First of all, it ain't knowledge if you don't share it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, and people gotta understand the situation we in. We're not in a situation. We're not in a place or we're not in a situation where we can just be like, you should know this already. You know what I mean? Like, what you mean? It's right there. Like, you know, we in a spot where we gotta lift everybody around us. And if a brother is even coming to you on some shit, like he like willing to even listen and learn, you got to give it to him. You got to show him the way. You know what I'm saying? That's just so. I definitely agree with that. You know what I mean? It's really ignorant to just be like, hey, I see it. I got it. Why don't you?
Right.
Yeah. What's the point of you? What's the point of you learning knowledge? Honestly.
Nah, that's a important step, because I feel like, you know, once we can get those two steps, everything we just gonna be running at that point. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, there's a dude that I fuck with. I don't know if you heard of him, named Dane Calloway. You heard of Dane Calloway?
I don't think
Not
I
familiar.
All right. Well, Dane Calloway is a researcher, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And he does research on, people like us, you know what I mean, that looking for answers. You know what I'm saying? I actually just got a book of his that I got right here. You know what I'm saying? Tracing your family genealogy history.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold up. Let me see.
Oh, there we go. Dane Calloway.
Yeah, that's his name right there.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like the brother do some good work. You know what I mean? But that's the type of that's the type of stuff that we need, though. You know what I mean? Because we need just more people that's just trying to spread the word, man. It's not gonna get around if we don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't gonna be televised.
Yeah, it's gonna
The
continue.
televised, man.
Right. It's gonna be told by the people that are spreading the information. Like the foot soldiers really in the field, like doing what we gotta do. Like, and
Freedom fighters.
Taking action.
Finding that and finding that self-identity, very important. Like we really need to because once our people really trust and believe in ourselves and put our energy towards that, there's no stopping us.
There you go, brother. That's what I'm talking about.
There's no stopping us.
Right.
That's why I said everything gonna fall into place after that. You know what I mean? Like once we fix us, we get us straight, it's a wrap after that. It's a wrap.
It's really a wrap.
Right.
So it's like so I commend you for your work. Thank you for the book reference. I'm definitely gonna take a look at that.
Same.
Because I've been trying to find more ways to track my genealogy, and hopefully that might be a way to an avenue for me to get into. Because I don't know nothing. I'm like I can say stuff out. I only know my immediate family, stuff like that I grew up around, but as far as my history, I don't really know much about it. So yeah, man.
It's never late, never too late. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah.
At the end of the day, man, like everybody gets this info at different times. Somebody told me the other day was like, like everybody wakes up at different times. You just got to keep being their alarm clock. You know what I'm saying? Like just because somebody don't wake up at this time when you going off, don't mean they won't wake up the next time you going off. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just got to keep ringing, and people get it all at different times, man. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to keep, like you said, these foot surgeons, man. They got to keep putting in their work and just keep, like ringing bells, man. Word.
Yeah. Keep putting information out there. Okay. Malcolm X or Dr. King?
Malcolm X.
Right.
Gotta take it.
Yeah, they push Martin. Push him.
Yeah.
Martin, I ain't gonna hold you. Martin at the end was starting to get it, and I think that's why they took him out. Yeah, because he started to talk about some real shit towards the end when he started talking about going up to the White House and getting our check because they stole his land from us.
He began to. Yeah, he was a threat.
That speech they didn't put out, but you can go find it. You know what I'm saying? Like he started, you know what I mean? He did start to open his mouth about that, and then a week later he was killed. So, but yeah, you know what I mean? Malcolm, he held it down. He was misled too, of course. They all were misled for a little bit, but he got it together. He held it down, man.
Yeah, held it down for real. Like he was definitely a very good role model, very good person, man for the cause and everything.
He told us we were Aborigines.
Mm-hmm.
He told us. He said, "You're Aboriginal. You're Aborigine, but you want to be called black. You know what I'm saying, and all this other shit. But you an Aborigine though."
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And he
He
thought
said that.
himself, he found that shit out himself.
And he had to find, and that's why I say he was misled, but he had to go and
Do that
teach
research.
himself, and he found out the info on his own.
Mm-hmm.
And like a real nigga put it out there. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, that's right.
word up, no matter what. Like, so
even if it did cost him his life, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't afraid of that. Because it's like at a certain point, the information and the knowledge becomes greater than like all of that shit. So it's like really it's just are you at a certain point and that's a prerequisite for everybody, like if you choose to go down this path of understanding yourself, getting knowledge and unveiling the truth, you gotta be ready for everything that may come with that.
That comes with it.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, because definitely it's gonna be a lot of bad energy and you know, people gonna be, you know, looking down at you and oh, this nigga think he better than me type shit, and you're gonna get a lot of weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, the people that join this fight, man, we built for that shit already, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so you just got to keep doing what we do. I know me personally, I'm never like, you know, not saying I'm not a people person, but I'm always kind of been like a little bit of a outsider, loner kind of, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't worried
I feel
about
you.
nobody.
I feel you.
Feel me? So, like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we just gonna take this knowledge, man, and just keep doing what we do with it. Don't matter what you think. You know what I mean? So you're gonna take it, cool. If not, cool. You know what I'm saying? So, but we gotta keep doing what we do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Facts. We do gotta keep doing what we do.
Hell yeah. Nah, that's what's up. So, all right, I'm gonna switch it up real quick. What got you into music?
What really got me into music like heavy was no lie to you, man, DMX. I'm originally from, I was born in the Bronx, but I was raised in Yonkers.
Mm-hmm.
So I came up right in that time when like X was like, I was about 13 years old when X dropped his first album.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? My mother bought it for me for my birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I listened to this shit, I couldn't believe that he was talking, you know what I'm saying? Like everything that we live in, and like, it was just so like musical, you know what I'm saying? Like he made it music, like all this crazy shit we were seeing every day as kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
he took the pain and made it like that we see and made it
channeled it and made it something great. And it was like, yo, I want to do that. That's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I want to take this pain and I want to put it to a beat, and I want, you know what I'm saying? So I started really, you know, writing, and, you know, that's when I really started writing, like 13, 14, and started a little rap group in Yonkers. And, you know, we got into some trouble, ended up getting moved up here, but, you know, yeah, that's what, you know what I mean? It was just that whole late 90s, you know, rap scene, you know what I mean? With DMX being from my hometown, you know, I had my step pops was on his first album also. You know, they was good friends, so it was just like that connection was just like yeah, I was just drawn to the music, man. I just had to do it. My step pops sing, you know what I mean? That's what he do. He sing, you know. So yeah, it was just like, yeah, this is what I want to do.
That's so.
Yeah, nah, DMX, solid inspiration. I had one of his albums on cassette.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Man,
Yeah.
I wonder if my daughter even she gonna look at that and be like, that thing's a fossil. What? Like,
Yo, I can't even. I actually found my parents, like, speaking of cassettes, I actually found my parents' old wedding tape. We have a little cassette that we had. It's
yeah.
like it's the first time I've seen like I haven't seen a cassette tape in a grip. Like,
Right.
It's
so
been so long.
yeah, yeah, man. Nah, that's what's up. Like, so
Yeah.
like so hmm. So how do you where do you see your music career going in, like as like do you see yourself trying to break into the mainstream scene, or do you want to stay underground, or I mean, obviously you want to remain independent as much as possible, I'm pretty sure,
Definitely.
but yeah, like how, like where do you like where do you see your music career really going, or are you just kind of just going with it?
Um, I honestly, I don't really see it being mainstream, but I want it to be. You know what I'm saying? I would like for like conscious rap to have a lane again, somewhere on the
Damn.
radio, in the clubs or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I would like that. I would hope I can do that. That would be a goal of mine. You know what I mean? Excuse me. That would definitely be a goal of mine. But honestly, like, besides that, I just want to inspire people. You know what I mean? I'll be happy, with 10,000 fans. You know what I'm saying? That just support and loyal, and you know what I mean, and just want to build and be positive. You know what I'm saying? Because that's more important to me. You know what I mean? Like, of course, you want to make money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, gonna sit up here and say that, I don't. You know what I mean? Because
You
I
gotta
definitely do.
survive.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But like, I definitely don't want to get to a level where it's like all about the money.
Right.
Oh, you know what I mean? Definitely want to keep it, on some level, just organic, and just, you know what I mean? Just,
Living comfortably.
yeah, you know what I
No,
mean?
like
Just
like
good.
as close to that real organic feeling that you get when you listen to like a DMS track. You want to keep your music as raw and as like not as commercialized as it is.
Exactly. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, just, appreciate it for what it is. You know what I mean? Not have some major label try to be like, sell you some gimmick or some shit, or
You
like,
need to try
we think,
this.
yeah, like, hell no. Like, I'm not, like, because we're not even discussing none of that.
Mhm.
It's not even a discussion. So,
Right.
yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah, just controlling my shit. And if it get crazy, then I'm with it. You know what I mean? Let's go. You know what I mean? I'm ready. But if it's just ends up being something where it's like, hey, the conscious community is really holding me down or whatever, I'm good with that too. You know what I'm saying? Word up.
Mhm. More anyway,
Of
honestly.
course.
The freaking the bots and shit, they don't they just hopping on whatever the next wave is. So nah, for sure. Most definitely stay as original as possible.
Facts.
Hmm.
Nah, I definitely hear that. Like, in every single track I listen to, it's just it's you. You're not hiding nothing. You just it's how it is. It's how you feel. Deal with it,
Word.
basically.
Word.
So what other platforms do you have your could we find your music on?
There's I got songs, Spotify,
Hmm.
Apple Music. I do got stuff on those platforms. Um, I have 2 music videos on my YouTube page, TroubleDaChief, right now. The Robin Hood video dropped a few weeks back. I dropped another video called Smokescreen with a childhood friend of mine, G Streets. That's out right now. You know what I mean? That's on his, I believe that's on his page though, G Streets on YouTube. You know what I mean? We working on something right now. We may have something coming at the end of the month. So, but yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, just trying to stay busy, man. Definitely.
Yeah.
Y'all heard it here first. Like,
Or,
Show.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
mhm.
Now, see, like, yeah, I listen to you on. I got you on Spotify. I'm always on Spotify though. That's all I do. Like, I'm just either listening to music, or I'm listening to podcasts, like while I work.
Oh yeah, word.
But I'm trying to do that same shit. Not music, but I'm trying to. I want to get out, dance, do shit with dance. Like, I got a whole studio. We gonna get Circus Freaks going. That shit gonna be
Word.
dope as fuck. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but I got movie production type deals. I want to try out acting stuff, and I was just like, I just want to get out of. I want no, get that 9 to 5 shit out of here, and just you know, do what I enjoy and
Yeah,
get, just survive off that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I,
Oh
Nah,
yeah.
that's really it.
it's a very liberating feeling. Honestly, you get paid to do what you love doing. There's no better feeling than that. Honestly.
Fact. And
Word.
like, fucking when we were doing some of the dancing shit, just we ain't really make a whole lot, but just people seeing the support, you
Mm-hmm.
know, that enough. I was just like, man, that just kept me pushing. I didn't have to think twice of, oh, am I doing this? I'm just like, all right, I gotta make sure I got this shit in here. I'll move shit around, if I got to. You know what I mean? Like,
Shoot. Yeah, man. Like, yeah. Most definitely, when the time comes, definitely the dance scene for sure needs you back. Most
oh,
definitely.
trust me, I'm gonna bring the dance scene and the movie scene together. I got I'm working on a dance movie, but it's not gonna be like the all these other dance movies that's come out. Like,
Like
which don't
short
mind
film
me, it's
type shit.
dope. Yeah,
Like a
like,
short film.
yeah. Well, yeah, kind of like short film. Or I'm thinking I could either do it, make it a mini series, or make it a nice indie movie or something.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
And but it's I got different ideas of how I want to shoot a dance movie, because I feel like most dance movies typically got the same premise. They don't focus. I ain't even gonna get into it because I don't want nobody stealing this shit, because I know motherfuckers be listening. But
Mm-hmm. Facts. Facts. Keep
I
your
I,
keep
I
your
want
your
to
secrets
go a
close.
whole different route. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
in both the movie scene for that dance film, and also in this whole dance studio and family, not even a crew no more. It's really a family of dancers. Everybody who fuck with us, who dances, we push it out. They part of the group. Without a doubt. You know
Word.
what I mean? Like, it
It's
is.
what we
That's
do,
just really how it is. And yeah,
man.
once you could just survive off just doing all that shit, you just having fun at that point. You just
Mhm.
surviving on having fun, like
Mhm.
doing this shit.
Word. Doing what you want.
Got any closing thoughts, Nico?
Uh, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna do my I'm gonna do my due diligence and go through your catalog and stuff like that. Now that I know where I can find your music at and shit, because I sometimes be online. I know we're in the chat together and stuff like that, and we follow each other on Instagram. I sometimes be online and stuff like that. So, but nah, it's been a real, you know, real pleasure. Sitting and talking, sharing this blunt with you for sure.
Yeah,
Facts.
Yeah, like
yeah.
I um definitely have some new perspectives and some new ways of thinking. So for sure, like yeah, this shit was great. Like
Hell yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
this I was fucking episode,
Hell
honestly.
yeah. And we
Um
gonna definitely get you back on. Like I definitely plan on the future of this podcast. It will be all in one room type deal, you know. And I look forward to being able to sit down with you, when that time comes, cuz I feel
mhm,
like just I get it. The vibe I get from you just on camera is dope as fuck, and I just
Appreciate
like to feel that shit because I feel like we can get into some really deep conversations, next time we all sit down and shit.
mhm.
fire, man. Shit. I'm with that. I'm with that.
Yeah, to to cause super constructive shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
just like because there's not enough, talks about what's really going on nowadays because people are just scared or what have you. You know what I'm saying? But it's very it's dope. No, it's dope meeting and having the universe bring like-minded individuals together so that we can move forward and do what's best for the future for sure. Right.
Word, man. More platforms like this where people are comfortable and you know what I mean, and know that there's like-minded people and you ain't just gonna be judged because you think outside the box.
Facts.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to always, that was my one goal. This ain't no, this is a judgment free zone. For real. Because a lot of people, be like, yeah, we don't judge you, and then they kind of, you still kind of get these little side marks and whatnot. Like I already know talking to a lot of people. The reason why I wanted to do this podcast is because I would talk to different people, and we get into these certain conversations, and my ideas would be kind of close, but at the same time so far from what they're talking about, and it always creates just great conversation. And I've always just like, man, I gotta record this shit, and because I like knowing what other people see, what that other side looks like, what your perspective looks like, if you see it the same but in a different way, whatever, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Oh,
And yeah, I thank you for coming on and being able to share just this little bit of knowledge we got right here. Definitely thank you, and like I said, I'm gonna look forward to sitting down, and I'm gonna put a smoke screen at the end so they can get a quick snippet on there.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's definitely been a pleasure, man. This was cool, man. Definitely got to do this again. We definitely got to build again.
Definitely,
Right.
definitely, and that will happen. Shit, I'm gonna make it happen because oh my shit. I'm gonna definitely make that shit happen because I have big plans, and I ain't gonna stop. I ain't gonna let nothing stop.
Mhm.
What I got planned for this shit because I definitely want to be able to grow this platform to where I can we can get these shared with a lot more people. Like
Exactly.
the more people that I can attract, the more I can hopefully teach, and
Spread the
maybe they
information.
even because I ain't gonna lie, I'm the type person I like to go through comments, so maybe they gonna teach me something, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I like to learn. you know
yeah,
so
man. That's what's up.
Hell yeah. So we gonna end this blunt right here. Thank you guys for watching, listening. This is gonna be on, YouTube, Spotify, Breaker, Anchor, everywhere. Anywhere you hear podcasts, Apple, yeah, we on there. So
Facts.
you can find TroubleDaChief. I know your stuff's. I know you got a link tree on Instagram. Anywhere else you wanna plug in?
Now everything's really in the link tree. The videos is there, the songs is there. If you want to go download the songs on Spotify, Apple, whatever, it's all up there. You know what I mean? Just stay tuned. You know what I mean? TroubleDaChief.
Yeah. Yo, y'all heard it. Stay tuned. Hell yeah.
And for sure, keep it locked right here on the JustBeBlunt podcast. This has been your host, Costa and Nico, with TroubleDaChief. Thank y'all boys for coming out.
Thank y'all.
Be like
Peace.
water.
Sunny beats on the track. Real different times, it's not a game, better move over when I'm switching lanes. Burn some, 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 burn some. Feel that fire in my system, man, you know I got that heat. Feel that fire in my system, gotta put this on repeat. Got that fire in my blood, I light it up and I'm at peace. Got that fire in my lungs, I blow it out and they deceased. Burn some, 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 burn some. You know I got that loud, yeah. I live in the clouds, yeah. They watching all my moves, yeah. But I won't leave no clues.